Keep your wallet happy with $4.95 flat rate shipping at Provident Metals. Any order, any size, ships for one low rate, all September long. Shop with the People's Bullion Dealer, ProvidentMetals.com. Your wallet is going to love you.
Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning in to AMTV Alternative Media Television. This just in. Chase Bank limits cash withdrawals, bans international wire transfers. It is, of course, October 16th, 2013. One day. We are less than 24 hours away from the October 17th deadline tomorrow to raise the debt ceiling in Washington, D.C. to avert an imminent debt default, which everybody from the U.S. Treasury Department to bankers around the world have warned of catastrophic consequences if that happens. Now, reports today say that the Senate is getting close to a deal, but this still needs to pass through the House. You can see John Boehner wiping his eyes here in this very sad photo op, but none of this has been settled yet. According to, and this is brought to you by Infowars.com, and it appears that they have broken the original story, Paul Joseph Watson, contributor here in this article. It says that Chase Bank has moved to limit cash withdrawals while banning business customers from sending international wire transfers from November 17th onwards, prompting speculation that the bank is preparing for a looming financial crisis in the United States. Now, here is a letter with the name and address information crossed out, alerting customers that they are making changes, that Chase is making changes to their accounts. It reads, "Dear business customer, we appreciate your business and want to let you know of upcoming changes to Chase Business Select Checking and Chase Business Classic Checking for your accounts listed above, starting November 17th, 2013. You will no longer be able to send international wire transfers. You will still be able to send domestic wires and receive both domestic and international wires, but we will cancel any international wire transfers, including recurring ones you schedule to be sent after this date." So starting November 17th, let me reemphasize, you will no longer be able to send your own money overseas in a wire transfer. The next statement says your cash activity limit for these accounts will be $50,000 per statement cycle per account. Cash activity is the combined total of cash deposits made at branches, night drops, and ATMs and cash withdrawals made at branches, including purchase of money orders and ATMs. This means that not only will customers of Chase Bank, one of the largest banks in the world, not be able to send international wire transfers of their own money from their own account starting November 17, 2013, their cash activity limit for these accounts will be $50,000 per statement cycle per account, limiting your ability to make large-scale withdrawals, or if you're a business, make payments, salary payments, pay employees overseas. Think about all the businesses that well exceed $50,000 in cash activity per statement cycle. This appears to be corroborated with not just this PDF here, where you see the Chase name emblazoned, but that this is being corroborated and reported all across the country. This is from Donna, Senior Vice President. It goes on and on here. Here's another Chase statement corroborating the same information. You can read this article for yourself. Here's another Chase statement. Please verify. Please share. This is extremely concerning. You need to ask yourself the question, why would they be limiting cash activity, 50,000 or less? Why would they prevent you from sending your own money internationally? It makes you think of all the sinister reasons why. Of course, we think historically to the bank runs that occurred in 1929, the bank runs that occurred in 2008, just about 5 years ago. And here we are approaching debt default tomorrow, which there has still not been an agreement reached. Again, the House has to pass this through. And we have received warnings from not just the Treasury, but from bankers and politicians across the globe warning of catastrophic consequences if Washington does not get their act together in less than 24 hours. Remember, and we reported on this just a few days ago, food stamps, debit cards were not working, were failing to work in 17 states. Just a few days ago, people were leaving grocery carts full of food, supplies, and day-to-day necessities when their cards were shut off. It was called a glitch. In addition to that, the Financial Times corroborates reports that U.S. banks are filling ATMs with extra cash. This was reported October 4th. U.S. banks have been stocking cash machines with extra funds to satisfy any consumer panic in the days before a possible default. It goes on to talk about the consequences of a debt default. It also goes on to say that bank preparations for a debt default involve daily conference calls between lines of business to try to anticipate problems. One senior executive said his bank was delivering 20 to 30% more cash reserves than usual to cash machines in case panicked customers tried to withdraw funds en masse. This is the Financial Times. This is not a conspiracy website. Here we have J.P. Morgan and J.P. Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon posting first loss ever on $7.2 billion legal costs. Of course, J.P. Morgan Chase has been under intense scrutiny post the 2008 bailout years. In addition to that, Jamie Dimon has also, the rats flee the nest. Jamie Dimon steps down as J.P. Morgan chairman, stepping down from the company. So I'd like you and I'd encourage you to please read all these articles, of which we will attach. Please help us to corroborate those of you that are still doing business. I don't know why you would be, but for those of you that might have friends still doing business with this institution here, could corroborate that they have also received these statements regarding their accounts. Why would they be limiting cash withdrawals? Why would they be limiting international wire transfers unless there was some kind of cataclysmic event or bank run or something of the equivalent coming to the United States in the not too distant future? Why? Food stamps shut down in 17 states. People can't get food. They're stacking and filling ATMs with 20 to 30% extra cash. J.P. Morgan Chase is incurring massive financial losses. And the rats leave the nest. I can't emphasize this enough. Please get this out everywhere. Corroborate these reports. I'm Christopher Green, as usual. Alternative Media Television, hard-hitting and in your face. Get this out. Make it viral.